How you look so perfect on your worst days. Double C it purchase, you deserve it.
It's your boy Dre.
It's your boy QB,
and as you can see by the motherfucking title, man.
Watch your profanity.
What we back with, man?
Bang.
The bang of the mucks. We did a mukbang in a minute. We thought we update y'all on some little life stuff. You know, what we've been going on with, how our senior year went, because everybody's senior year went
straight down the drain, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? So we like, okay, let's go grab some food. You know, we've been doing this, we've been working all the time, we've been doing this, that, and the other. We just couldn't really make no time for the food, but we back at the grind, and I know we said it a lot of the times, but like,
we serious this time.
We serious.
When the food get here, we gonna get straight into it.
Yes, sir. Basically, we just been working, man. Grown men.
Okay, let's see my to-do list. Go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work.
At work. And then chilling with each other, you know what I'm saying?
If you say off with the senior year.
Oh yeah, that don't suck.
Not gonna lie. Cried a little bit. I ain't have no last track season, but that's the real part that hurt me. That would have impacted my college experience a lot more. Bad as it.
Not being able to go back to school though?
Yeah, I thought I missed it more than I thought.
It wasn't no final goodbye. Then our graduation wasn't a regular graduation. It was straight, but it wasn't a regular graduation.
Yeah, it was better than I expected. I'm glad we ain't doing it.
Oh, it is though.
That would have really good.
No, it was cool for sure. It was cool. Things been different lately. I feel like grown man just been out here. My boy just turned 18 on us. Yeah, grown man. I'm still a little minor.
Yeah, there was though. So yeah, my birthday happened. You know what I'm saying? I got this in my nose.
Oh yeah.
A little video or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. That was even before I got young.
We got kicked out the hotel.
That's a story time for me.
Oh my god.
That was
like the video if you want that story time, cause like what? Got kicked out the whole hotel, but whatever.
But like ever since I don't even remember it's been like that. It's just we've been constantly at work making this money. Both work 2 jobs. We've both been working 2 jobs for a minute. 17, 18. Well, I just put in about 2 weeks at my second job because your boy got a promotion. So I've been working like 40 plus higher. So like, and if you guys can understand, we had to like sell YouTube to the side a little bit because when we was off from work, we just wanted to chill. Not let's go film.
And every time we chill, it'll be like, most of the time we chill was if I had the next day off, because I go to work at 5 in the morning. So I didn't go to bed at like 8 o'clock. I went to bed at like probably like 11, 12, but I wanted to relax at the house before, I ain't trying to be out, come home tired. Then I don't wake up on time type stuff. So like, even today when we recording this video, I don't gotta work tomorrow. So we just
don't need it for me.
Wow. So yeah, we've been trying to make things work, correlate times and stuff. Now we about to start school back up, college, freshmen again. Last time being a freshman, I can't do this. The behavior. Yo, Jawad, if you watching this, you're probably one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm not joking. The behavior.
The president.
Yo, hilarious.
Another thing we were supposed to make a video on, basically, Dre started a protest, Black Lives Matter protest. And we were both, very involved in
no justice, no peace.
Be moved just I want to see a change, and I know you all do too.
The color of my skin is a threat to some people in this world for reasons I can't even imagine.
No racist. This is well. The question becomes, will you stand for Black Lives Matter even though it's not trending right now?
I think, man, y'all gonna take it to the heights that we want to take it to.
Ever since we had our 11th grade English teacher, well, who's your 12th grade, or my 11th grade teacher. Ms. Matthews, we've been really involved in it. We were supposed to make a video on it. I recorded some things. You know, it was a nice time. Shouldn't have to do it, but you know, it was cool. Somebody I need water, Sandy.
Water would be nice.
Oh yeah, the protest was fun. You know, some little mishaps in there.
I forgot about that.
But Flint PD, let me tell you, we gotta work some things out, cause ain't no way you gonna promise me that I got escorts to escort us in the street while I'm protesting. While I'm the main person leading the protest, yelling out all these chants, you gonna promise me that I'm able to get escorts, and then you don't show up. So once we get down to where we was marching to,
Stuart was like, in the street.
yeah. They did come too as soon as we got. It's sad that I have to get the state police department to help us be escorted because y'all didn't want to do y'all job. I ain't gonna say no names about who it was either because I respect y'all as officers. But
yeah, some of y'all don't get it. That's not what this is about. It's about our rights. It's not about disrespecting police.
I don't condone none of the riots. I don't condone none of that. I simply support that quote, Black Lives Matter, you know? So, you know, it gets taken out of context by certain people that I talk to about it, but
I didn't go into arguments about people about that, but I don't care about all the underground. I care about me and worrying about my friends, you know. I shouldn't worry about getting pulled over, and the thing I'm worried about is not a ticket, I'm worried about my life, you know.
somebody answer this in the comment section. If somebody explains to me in the comment section or tell me in the comment section, if you support all lives matter, if you support that quote, because I support the quote, all lives matter, that quote, in the words, all lives do matter. But all lives cannot matter until all lives do matter. And so if black lives don't matter, but every other life matters, then all lives don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So someone explain to me how you can support all lives matter, but don't support Black Lives Matter. And I'm talking about the quote. You don't have to worry about the things that's in the background of it or anything like that. I'm just wondering, do you support, the quote of Black Lives Matter, And that protest was just us expressing ourselves, and the pain that the black community is feeling at the moment, even at this moment with Jacob Blake.
It's tired, bro.
And I saw something today on Twitter. They try to bring up the past of Jacob Blake, and okay, he had this warrant out or something, or he did domestic case or this, that, and other. Well, why doesn't it matter for the dude Kyle Rittenhouse, who came across state borders at the age of 17, which was illegal, came across the border with a gun, which was illegal, and then also had a gun at 17, which was illegal. But they don't bring up his past. A month before he did the shooting with the AR, how did he walk out alive anyways, what I'm saying, or no bullets in his back? How come they don't bring up his past? He got into a fight with a girl. He was fighting a girl. There's YouTube evidence. There's stuff on Facebook about it. It's just, why is it being brought up the past of Jacob Blake? Why does his past even matter? Why does his past justify a police officer shooting him 7 times in the back? Explain that. You know what I'm saying?
So, I don't know if I told you this, but my mom told me a story about my cousin, 30 years ago, got killed, for allegedly robbing a house. And the autopsy, my cousin won the case because they said the autopsy showed that he was running and from the police, but they had a second autopsy done, and it showed that he had his hands up and wasn't resisting arrest, and they still killed him. And they did win that, but that's not the point. Money isn't worth a life, and it's still happening to this day. And I feel like it's time we need to stop.
And a lot of people ask, or say, protesting not working, it's not doing nothing. Look at it at this perspective. If you go to school and you act up, man, I saw that. If you go to school and you act up in front of the teachers, you're gonna get a call home, right? And depending on how your parent acts about you acting up, you're probably gonna get disciplined. A whooping, time out, get your phone took, something like that. But it's not gonna be a good outcome, right? So if we protest, we don't, what we're doing, we're not trying to have an outcome of, okay, more killings. But if we don't protest, that's just gonna, if your mom or your dad or whoever it is doesn't discipline you, then you're just gonna think it's fine to keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm not getting in trouble for it, so let me just keep doing it. So the same thing with protesting. We trying to limit that. We trying to show, okay, you keep killing our people, we gonna keep protesting. And just like with the NBA, they like, okay, you gonna keep killing the black people? We gonna keep keep cutting the games off. Even though that's not really doing too much, it's still, they're showing acts of what they can do in activism. So,
like, all of this is statement. And like, even though I don't support, the rights and everything, something gotta happen. They gotta see the consequence of their actions, and more police, because they're not indicting them. Like, yeah, George Floyd's officer got, I'm not thinking about that. All these other people that's killed, all these people in the past and never gotten any type of slap on the wrist. Maybe they lost their job for killing somebody who lose a job. It's like, if riots gotta happen for them to hear our voice, then that's just too bad. It shouldn't come to that, but we gotta do something.
Right? Crazy, man. This world is it surprises me at times, and people talking about Blue Lives Matter. First of all, what is a blue lie?
I didn't know that people I didn't know that this color was the color of somebody's face.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Look, I have no problem with police officers. I got a whole bunch of police officer friends, almost family to me, almost like a cousin to me, all that stuff.
I've had family that's
I support a lot of police officers. I don't support the bad ones. Nobody's saying I hate the police. The police are supposed to protect us. Why would I hate the police? Why would I hate somebody that's supposed to protect us? Not all police officers are bad. But this Blue Lives Matter thing, just because you're upset that we're protesting against the police?
Nah, yeah, man. Y'all would have told me when I was a freshman, this is what life was gonna be like when I graduated. I wouldn't believe it.
Me either.
Like, so much has like changed in these few months. It's crazy. From being in protest to not saying goodbye to some of my like teachers I've known for years, or like not, walking, do my final, walk through, clap out, or whatever. And, even like getting my cap and gown and going to my elementary school and stuff like that, just small things. Last time in my track uniform, last time in my marching band uniform, seems like that I'm gonna remember, because I didn't know my last day of school.
Right.
None of us did.
Crazy thing is, me and Quinn have the same 6th period, whatever they call it. 30 minutes, easiest class. And funnest, one of the funnest teachers and relaxed teachers. Quinn was like, we finna get school called off. Our school was not known for getting school called off. He was like, man, tomorrow we're not gonna have school. I'm like, bro, we ain't finna, we finna have school. I was like, they be tripping, I
was like, they tripping, but I'm like, bro, they can't not do that.
For real. So next thing I know, it was like a case that was probably predicted around the elementary or middle school. And then they was like, okay, we'll come back. That was on Wednesday. They said we'll come back that Monday after. I'm like, hey, we got a little weekend to turn up, and it was getting close to spring break.
Yeah, and we were supposed to have an assembly Friday, and they cut that junk off.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a little break before spring break. Cause spring break we was planning on having fun, like teeing up, First time like really getting out. This is before we both had our cars and stuff. And so, once that happened, then they extended it. I'm like, hey, we got spring, we got back-to-back weeks. We got break right this whole week. Then the spring break, so I'm like, yeah, we chilling. Like, okay, and then I'm gonna be ready to go back after, you know, I finished the senior year out. We never went back.
Man,
they kept extending.
Like,
and then it was like, it's over.
It was like, just get out.
That jump was crazy.
I remember that day. I think I put a Snapchat post on a tweet. I was just like, that's my senior year, like, and it was crazy. I remember my coach called me. He's like, hey man, stay in shape, because they're supposed to keep having, like, we're supposed to have some meets or like a state meet. I called telling everybody, I told Dre, I told everybody, like, hey, we're still gonna have like a track season because our track team is rough. And like, we was looking to be state champs, but it's, you know,
I was finna go so crazy. And the crazy thing is, like, our first official day of like outdoor track season was that day the day before the end of the the last day of school was our first official day of track practice.
I think next week we had a track meet. Everybody was tricky, like, bro, we gotta meet next week. Let's go.
I was working out.
And that was it.
I remember that day. I was waiting for my granny to pick me up for practice. I fell asleep at the table after practice. I was sitting there snoring. I woke up, I was like, hey bro, was I snoring? He's like, man, you sounding like a motor. I was like, dang. Alright, dang, I ain't know I was snoring that loud, but it's crazy. I still got a video from that day. My boy D Fletch came back to school that day from NIU. Well, we had practice that day, so I was in that boy working out. I'm like, okay, I'm the captain of my team, or my side of this team, of the track team. So I'm like, I gotta take care of everything. You know, I was like, I want to go state champ, you know what I'm saying? So, but then just everything happened. Like, we thought, okay, a few days, okay, 2 weeks, okay, 4 weeks, okay, no, nothing. Like
now we're in college.
Yeah.
You know, class of 2021, good luck to y'all, because I don't wish this upon nobody. But you ain't looking too good.
Yeah, it's not.
I hope it don't happen to y'all, but, you know.
It ain't looking good at all.
Look at this dude.
I'm so sorry.
Drizzle?
I don't know what that was. That's weird.
Yeah.
But look, man, these next videos that's coming up gonna be complete bangers. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. Quinton and Dre, we riding from the butt. Everybody, man, make sure you all cop some merch. We got a new design coming. We got a new design coming, so make sure y'all just keep staying active with us. Oh, snap. We know we've been inactive, but we coming back harder than ever. So without further ado, baby.
We'll see you later, QND.
Deuces, boy.
Subscribe to Quinton and Dre.
Look, they cutting for me. Yeah, they gon' cut you for me. Laying up with them cutters and cut you for free. Say she in love with me, but say you love, I just want your company. I fall in the club for free. I get my doubts in them husband who wants for me. Cause that type don't phase a player. This type was what make a hater when you got it out of mud.